Hello everybody and welcome to this Verbling class. Today's class is a reading class and it's aimed at improving your vocabulary in a specific area. And today our scientific area is natural history. So if you're interested in animals and you like watching documentaries, maybe from the BBC, some of my favourites, David Attenborough, maybe you know him, this might be an interesting class for you. We're going to be looking at giant animals. So we're going to be reading an article about giant animals that are almost impossible to find, increasing our vocabulary in that particular area, and having some fun talking about some crazy creatures. So if that's something that interests you, come along and join us. I'm teacher Amy and you're watching verbling.com. If this is your first time here on Verbling, or if you're a bit relatively new to us, then you might like to check out a couple of pages which I'm sharing with you now in the chat boxes. The first one is probably the most important one because it's where you can find all the information you might need to know about a teacher. It's my Verbling teacher page and all of the teachers have one of these, so if you do want to find out more about any of the Verbling teachers, head over to their Verbling teacher page. You can see our introductory video and some class videos. And you can also see our timetable, which is really important if you'd like to join any of the classes by a particular teacher, or if you would like to do private tutoring. You can see the schedule of any of the teachers and you can book a class straight from there. And if there's any questions that you have that are not answered just by the information on the teacher pages or on the Verbling website, you're very welcome to get in touch with us using the messaging feature, which you can find there as well. So don't forget to check that out if you haven't already. And if you're a Facebook person, you might want to follow me or any of the other teachers on Facebook. So if you want to see that, just check out the second of the two links that I'm posting. We'll go back to the class for today, which, as I said at the beginning, is a class which is sort of aimed at increasing your vocabulary in a specific area. Mainly sort of a scientific area that I'm doing at the moment. We've done a couple of classes on global warming and stuff like that, and today we're going to be looking at some crazy animals. So if you're a science lover, if you're an animal lover, or if you just want to increase your vocab in this area, then come along in. Okay, so let's talk about, let's say hello to our lovely students. Who do we have here? Anna, how are you today?
Hi, teacher. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
fine. Thank you for asking.
Brilliant. Has it been a good day?
Yes, I worked. I attended a class in my lunchtime.
Wonderful.
And you? What have you been up to?
So far today, not a lot, because it's actually 8:04 a.m. for me, Anna. So I've basically got out of bed and had my breakfast and got ready for work, that's all. But it's a pleasure to be with you at the beginning of my day. I want to ask you, Anna, because I'm talking to you right now, are you a passionate animal lover? I have a feeling that you've told me about this before. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yes, teacher, I am. I like watching documentaries about the animals, wild animals.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to the Amazon rainforest to see wild animals, and I love it. And I live in a town which has 365 islands, and I am always feeding fish and things like that. Snorkeling, I really like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you're very lucky to live where you live, Anna, because Brazil is like a feast of like amazing plants and animals and all sorts of interesting things. So wow, I'm so jealous of you today.
You can come to visit me, and I would put you in.
Thank you. I will think about that. I definitely want to go to Brazil one day and visit the Amazon. That would just be so amazing. Having said that, New Zealand's a pretty cool place for some particular animal species as well. We're really lucky where I live right now. We sometimes have cool animals coming to visit us from the sea. So not long ago we had dolphins, and a couple of days ago we actually had a southern right whale, which came all the way into the harbour, and unfortunately I didn't get there, but some of my friends did, so that was awesome. Welcome, Anna. Lovely to see you. Ksenia, I think you were about next. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Tell us about the animal life where you live. Is there any animal life?
Yes, of course. When I lived with my parents, I lived near by river, so I saw a beaver, an otter, a heron,
Awesome. Yeah,
owls. Yes, a lot of creatures.
I think
Ducks
there's ducks. I
and
actually love
snakes,
ducks. They're very. You have snakes?
but they are not poison.
Okay, not poisonous. Not poisonous.
Not poisonous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, Thank you. It's interesting. I think, I don't know about you, but one of the things I love about going to another country is seeing what kind of plants and animals they have that is different from my home country. And I remember first coming to New Zealand and thinking it was amazing to have palm trees, but also dolphins. How cool is that? Which we don't have in the UK. So thank you, Ksenia. Hello, welcome. And who else do we have? Natasha, hello.
Hello, Annie. Hello, guys. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Natasha. Tell us about the animal life where you live. Anything exciting?
Yes, I like animal and especially I like cats. I don't know why, but I so like them. I think that they are creative, that are very clever animals and self-esteem. But if we would say about wild animals, I don't know really. It's difficult for me. Maybe dolphin too. I think and I had read that they are very clever and their brain is like human. So they are very communicative and they even can have conversation one other. They live in team and they always support one another. It's very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's something that's very fascinating about certain creatures that we don't actually know much about them. But good point, Natasha. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Julian, hello.
Hi, Amy. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for asking.
Great. So, have you got any interesting animal stories, Julian, that have happened to you in your life?
Uh,
Seeing a
but
special
really,
animal or something happening to you or
it's not close to me. But really, is we have a reservoir, a natural reservoir, a natural forest. Uh,
yes,
it's about maybe 100 kilometers of here,
from here?
and from here, and you could see and hear jaguars
Wow.
in the natural environment. Sometimes it's rare, but it's very interesting.
Have you been to see them yourself?
No, only here.
You've only
The,
heard about them.
yes, no. See, maybe I run away.
So you've heard the jaguars or you've heard about the fact that you can see them?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
So I'm not sure whether you're telling me, Julian, that you've heard jaguars, like maybe they
Yes.
roar or something. Is that right?
Yes, heard the
You've heard
jaguars,
them.
and they all live in this forest
Oh, wow. So
in
what
a
kind of
natural
noise do
way.
they make? Like
Uh,
a
it's
lion?
no, lion. It's so loud. It's more low-slid. It's more. I don't say that.
Softer?
It's like a lion, but the volume it's not than the lion,
Okay, so
and because they I don't know, maybe talk with between them with
they
this kind
talk
of
to each
sounds.
other.
Yes, yes.
Wow, gosh, it would be a bit scary maybe
Yes,
hearing the
yes, it's
jaguars.
scary because when you hear that, you think in this animal, you say, oh my God, and these animals can run about the 60 kilometers per hour.
Whoa, yeah, you wouldn't want to meet one unless you were like in a cage or protected in a car or something.
Yes.
But wow, that is pretty cool. Thank you for telling us about that, Julian. Awesome. Okay. Jose, hello.
Hello, Jaime.
Welcome to the class.
Well,
All right, so you know what I'm
I'm
going to
doing
ask.
very well. Thanks for asking.
I didn't actually
how are
ask you, Jose. I just said welcome to the class, but it's lovely to know that you're doing well. I'm fine, thank you. Tell us about some kind of animal experience. Have you got any interesting animal experiences to share?
Yes. 5 years ago, I was traveling to a safari. It was exciting. I like it to see the lions in its natural environment. It's a powerful animal. This kind of animals are be able to reach a high speed in a short time. Because the lions are be able to hunt another animal in a short space of time.
And where did you go on your safari, Jose? Which country?
I was in Kenya.
In Kenya. Wow, you lucky thing. That's always been something that I've imagined since I was a kid, going to somewhere in Africa and going on safari. Did it live up to your expectations?
No, I don't have any expectation.
You didn't have any, you just were open-minded.
Yeah.
Awesome. So did you just see lions and what else? Anything, any other interesting animals?
Yes, I saw giraffes too. I saw some other kind of animal, but I didn't know the names. I saw a lot of animals, but I didn't
know all of them.
I didn't know the name of all of them.
Yeah, fair enough, because they're not native to your country. I guess if you're African, you do know what they all are. But wow,
kind of animals are not very normal in my country.
Yeah, not very normal. I don't think they're not at all normal, Jose.
Yeah.
If you saw a lion walking down the road, you'd probably wonder about it.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Jose. Lovely to see you. Welcome. Okay, hello to, is it Jean or Jean or hello?
Oh, Jean. Hello.
Jean? Hello, it's lovely to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico, but I live in Western Virginia.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So you have, well, they're two very different places, I think, Jean.
Yeah.
So are you interested in animals?
Yes, I love scuba diving. I love diving. For example, last week I went to Bahamas and I dived with reef sharks. I think the most interesting shark I've been seeing in my life is the whaler shark. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's beautiful for me. And the most, I think, dangerous, very interesting is the bull shark.
Okay, so you've seen quite a few sharks in your time.
Yeah, and another interesting in Thailand, but in Thailand I saw this, what's the name, the stingrays.
Yes.
Are huge in Thailand. I love diving. It's incredible how all the animals that you can find.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to ask you the same question Anna's asking, is Do you get scared when you are diving with those kind of animals?
No.
No?
No, it's not necessary. The sharks are like another fish, just huge fish, but their behavior is like another fish. You don't need it. Actually, you need to do something, some noise or something like something that to catch their attention, to attract them. Otherwise, they will not take care about you.
They won't take any notice of you.
Exactly. They won't take any notice of you.
Wow, I'm full of admiration for you, Jean, because I've always thought scuba diving is a little bit scary. I'm not very good in water, but I can imagine that it would be so amazing because it's like another world almost.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Thank you for telling us about that. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Ahmed, hello.
Hello.
Tell us about, are you okay? How are you doing? Been a good day?
Yeah, it was a good day.
Excellent. I'm just launching straight into my question of the day because it's turning out to be so interesting hearing about all your animal experiences. Do you have any special animals in your country, Ahmed, or any experiences that are maybe unique?
Yeah, I think I have one experience to share.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle gifted me a parrot.
Cool. What kind of a parrot?
It's a white one, which can repeat what you say.
Maybe a cockatoo?
No, I don't know its name in English.
In English. Okay. Tell us, do you still have this parrot?
No,
What
because
happened to him?
I stayed with it for 1 year. But after that, I gifted it to my niece because I had a work and I don't have time to take after it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, how fun though to have that kind of a pet. And did it repeat what you said? Could you teach it things?
Excuse me?
Did you teach it to speak or to copy you or sing or anything like that?
I can't hear you, I think.
Ah, you can't hear me, Ahmed?
Yeah, I refresh and come again. Sorry.
Oh, right. Adela, hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm great, thank you, Adela. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, brill. So maybe it was just Ahmed with a couple of issues. How are you doing, Adela? Is everything going well?
I'm doing well. I'm vacation. I'm
Yay!
doing well, very well.
Good. If you're not doing well on your vacation, then it's a bad sign. So I'm glad to hear that. So Adela, tell us about
It's freshy. I don't hear you.
Oh
Sorry.
no.
It's
Okay. I froze. Okay. All right, I'm going to carry on. What I might do is, okay, sorry Adela, I just want to try and sort out this problem. See if I can come back into the class. I'm going to share the link with you to the article. So if you guys just click on that link and get ready, I'm just going to leave the class and it's okay now? Okay, thank you, Anna. All right, if it happens again, please let me know and I'll try and sort it out. So Adela, do you have any animal experiences to share with us? Are you there, Adela? No? Alright, that's kind of funny. I'm not sure if it's my problem or maybe just this class or something's having a few issues today. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll start reading if you want to click on the link, there it is. If not, you can just follow along, and there's a bit of a shocking picture there. I don't know whether you guys like. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what that is. I think it's going to tell us. I'm going to wait and see when we read. Let me start off with Natasha. Natasha, could you read the title for us, please?
Yes, of course. Giant animals that are almost impossible to find.
Okay, thank you. So this article is all about those kind of rare animals that are the giant version of some kind of species, and they're very difficult to find for one reason or another, which we're about to find out. So if this is your first class and you've never done a reading class with me before, all you have to do is read the section that I give you and take your time over it, because this is all about improving our pronunciation and learning some vocab, as well as having fun, of course. So we'll just stop after each little section and have a chat, make sure everybody understands. And I'm just going to scroll down, and we've got this line here. Just because an animal's big doesn't mean it's easy to spot. So some animals are very shy and very difficult to find. So we're going to start off with this one here. This is the giant armadillo. Does anyone have the regular armadillo or any kind of armadillo living in their country? Has anyone ever seen one?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. What are they like, Jean?
They looks like in the picture, and yeah. I need to admit that they in Mexico, in some specific states of Mexico, they cook them, and it's really delicious. It's too complicated to find it because it's an exotic food, but it's delicious. Wow!
So that poor armadillo needs to run fast, in case somebody from Mexico comes and catches him.
Absolutely.
All right, interesting. I never knew that. Okay, so let's read about this giant armadillo. So Natasha, could you get started and read the first couple of paragraphs, please?
Okay. Giant armadillo. You think you'd notice something the size of a large pig, covered in scales with 20 centimeters front claws like scimitar blades. I'm sorry. But the giant armadillo does such a good job of hiding. Scientists have had to install secret cameras, I'm sorry, to find out more about it. Very few people have seen a giant armadillo in the wild, says Arnaud Desbies, who runs the Giant Armadillo project in Brazil. In our field site, the owner of the ranch, who was born and raised here, had never seen a giant armadillo before we started the project.
Great. Thank you, Natasha. Just the word here, this is pronounced giant, not giant, okay? Giant.
Oh, yeah, giant. Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Okay, so Jean, you said you've seen one before, and I'm guessing it probably wasn't the giant one. What sort of size was the one that you saw? What kind of animal was it comparative to?
I remember I saw an armadillo like 30 centimeters. I don't know if this is the small one or the giant.
Yeah. I think it must be the small one, because this has 20 centimeter claws. So it's unlikely that would be, if the actual thing was only 30 centimeters, maybe that wouldn't be true. Alright, so there's several different types of armadillo. Does anyone have any questions about the vocabulary?
What is claws?
Claws. Claws?
Claws.
Can anyone explain what claws are? Without using a translation. Sorry, Natasha?
I might be wrong, but claws is the same beak?
Nope, not the same as beak.
Oh.
No, it's like nails, but in animals the name is claws.
Yes, thank you, Jean. So claws are the sharp pointy things at the end of the feet. So humans have nails, as you're right, Jean, and animals, some of them have claws. Thanks, Maria, and hello, by the way, and welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? No. All right. So just a little note. If you're not wearing headphones, would you mind finding some headphones just because it makes it easier to hear? And if you could keep your mics muted unless you're actually speaking or reading, it just makes everything easier for everybody. So thank you. All right. Ksenia, your turn to read. Weighing.
I'm sorry, where can I start? The giant Armadillo? Ah, yes.
Start from here.
Weighing up to 50 kilograms and reaching 1.5 meters in length, it's the largest species of armadillo. At nearly twice the size of other species, its girth makes it unable to roll into the family's distinctive ball shape for defense. Instead, it digs underground burrows with its impressive front claws. It only ventures outside under cover of darkness. The giant armadillo is considered a vulnerable species due to habitat loss and hunting, but local people are said to regard sightings of them as bad omens. The rare camera trap photographs may help to highlight the situation.
Thank you, Ksenia. That was stunning reading. Well done. Even the words that you maybe weren't sure of the meaning, you read really well. So does anyone have any questions about vocab?
Yeah, I think I have a question about the first word, weighing.
Okay,
So,
weighing.
yeah. Sometimes I see letter T after GH. So, is there any difference between this one and one with T letter?
Yes, because this is there's different forms of the word. So weight is what you're referring to, which is the noun, right? The weight would be 50 kgs, but you can say weighing 50 kgs as well. And to weigh is the verb. So there's a verb. Like this armadillo weighs 50 kgs. That's the verb, or you can say the weight of this armadillo is 50 kgs. So they all mean the same thing, just different parts of speech, Ahmed.
What is a girth?
Good question. Anyone know what girth means, or can anyone figure it out?
No.
Yes, but it's very difficult to explain. It's like girth of waist, something like that.
Yeah. What does that really mean, Ksenia?
It's round shape. It's something that surrounded, so it's in meters. We can measure it in meters.
Yes, great.
So we should take lane meters and cover around their armadillo, and it was girth.
Yes, well done. Really difficult to explain. Good explanation. I'll just clarify. So girth is like, as Ksenia said, if you measure, it's like the width of its tummy. Sort of, it's not the width really, is it? It's like if you measure the tummy all the way around with a tape measure, that's the girth. So the reason why it can't roll up is because it has quite a big tummy, so it can't squash its tummy up. It has to do something else to defend itself. Whereas I'm assuming the other armadillos that Jean was talking about can roll up into a ball, and then their scales protect them from being attacked. Any other questions?
What is burrows?
Burrows. What is a burrow? Good question. Who knows? Anyone?
No.
It's just a line underneath where they can go freely.
Yeah, it's yes, that's almost right, Ksenia. So a burrow is like an underground house for an animal. So several animals live in burrows. It's basically a type of little house. It's like a hole in the ground. So the animal will dig this and then like sleep there or have its babies or whatever. So lots of different animals have burrows. In England we have things like badgers or foxes. They dig a hole in the ground and like a little tunnel, and then it's called a burrow. Other questions?
Yes, omens.
A bad omen. Does anyone know what an omen is?
No.
Yes, it's bad sign. It's like in the movie Omen.
If you like horror movies, then you'll know what this is. Yeah, an omen is like a sign, or like it's to do with superstition, really, because it's not a sign with a place name. So a bad omen is like some kind of bad sign from the universe if you believe in superstition. Is that clear? It's hard to explain.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
right.
forest side.
Sort of, yes. It depends whether you believe in it or not, really, Maria. So some people would say there's no such thing as a bad omen. But it would be something like maybe you're planning to go on a trip and lots of things happen, like your car breaks down or you lose your passport, or you might think they're bad omens and decide not to go on the trip, or you might just ignore it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So let's go on to the giant squid, and these actually live in the deep sea around New Zealand, and sometimes these wash up on the beaches of the South Island. And not long ago, one of my friends found one of these and sent me a picture, and it was pretty impressive, I must say. I wouldn't like to bump into one of these when I was diving.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think they live very, very deep down, so you wouldn't actually bump into one anyway. All right, so whose turn is it? It's Jose's turn to read. Giant squid.
Okay. Giant squid. Possibly the most infamous of giant animal lurks beneath the waves. The giant squid earns its name from a body size of up to 5 meters, 16.5 feet, and a pair of elongated tentacles that can bring it to an overall length of 13 meters, 42.5 feet. It is a predator, known for its huge flesh-ripping beak and eyes the size of footballs. But as a denizen of the deep ocean, living as far down as 1,000 meters, 3,280 feet. It is a species that very few people have seen alive.
Thank you. Great reading. A couple of things to just go over. So this one here is beneath.
Beneath.
Great.
Yeah.
And in English, when you have this dot here with a number, you read it as point. 16.5 or 42.5.
Okay.
Well done with the feet and meters. Well done with the numbers. You got them all right, Jose. Any questions?
Yes, 3. Lurks, flesh ripping, and denizen.
Okay, so let's do these one at a time. Lurking, to lurk, what is that?
Hide.
Spy.
Yeah, those kind of things. Well done. So it's like, it doesn't really mean anything much more than just is. You could say lives or is, but lurks give you the idea that it's sort of hiding or spying, or it's about to jump out on you. And it's definitely a negative kind of a word in that it's a bit scary. So you might use it for something that you can't see very well, maybe that's a bit threatening.
It's like he's chasing somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Something you wouldn't really want to bump into. Okay, a flesh ripping. Well, this one's pretty self-explanatory if you know what flesh and rip mean. So anyone explain it?
I don't have any idea. Yes.
No? Anyone know? Okay, so flesh is
Yes.
like your body, basically. It's another word for the meat on your body. We don't usually call it meat if it's like a human. We'd say flesh, so it's like your skin and all the stuff that makes up your body. To rip means the same as to tear or to pierce or to break in half. So basically it's saying that the squid's beak is very strong and it's able to rip apart the flesh or the body of other animals, Anna. It's kind of horrible. Okay, and what was the last one?
Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce. Denizen.
Oh, denizen, yeah?
Denizen.
Okay. Does anyone know what this means?
Yes. Like dweller.
Like what, sorry, Maria?
Well, I don't know the pronunciation. Dweller.
Dweller, yes, exactly. That's a really good synonym. It means something that lives somewhere. So for humans, we tend to say something like citizen, but for an animal, it just means that it lives in the deep ocean. Well done, Maria. Okay, let's continue reading. And Anna, it's your turn. Salty sea tails.
Salty sea tails claim that monstrously large animals have destroyed ships, but documented encounters are rare. Maria, could you possibly turn off your microphone? I'm sorry. And there is a noise. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just going to mute you, Maria, just to keep it quiet. Yeah, all right. Thanks, Anna. Carry on.
Most take place on the water's surface. Most take place on the water's surface when the squid is injured or dying. The first footage of a giant squid in its natural deep water environment was filmed in 2012. The project was organized by a team of international scientists who launched a submersible vehicle off the coast of Japan. With a bit of bait and a lot of luck, an animal appeared in front of their cameras.
Thanks, Anna. Wonderful reading. Okay, questions?
I forgot bait.
Bait. What does bait mean? Anyone know? No? Okay, bait is like a piece of food that you put out into the sea, maybe on a fishing line or something, to attract some kind of an animal. So you'd use it when you go fishing to attract the fish, but it can be used in like a metaphorical sense as well, or it doesn't have to be used in regard to fishing. So it means something that will attract, usually an animal, like food. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, let's carry on. So, Adela, could you please read about the giant otter?
A giant otter. While it lacks elephant, tropical South America is still a land of giant animals. The continent is home to the biggest members of the Armadillo and anteater families, as well as the capybara, the world's largest rodent. In the rivers east of the Andes lives the giant otter, twice the size of the next biggest member of the family. The giant otter can reach 2 meters. 6.5 feet in length.
One more line.
Sorry?
Could you just read this bit as well?
It lives in open habitats in large family groups and is consequently quite easy to spot.
Thank you, Adela. Lovely. This one is pronounced lives, because it's the verb, not the noun, okay?
Yes, lives.
Great. So it also can be pronounced lives if it is referring to the plural of the word life. One life, two lives.
Yes.
But it's a bit difficult to say if you're reading for the first time because you're not sure what you're reading. But well done, Adela. Any questions?
What is otter?
It is this.
Vale, okay.
Any other questions?
No.
No? Has anyone seen a giant otter? I know that, Ksenia, I think you said you have seen a normal otter.
Yes, it was normal, but they used to catch ducks, little ducks.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was big. Maybe no.
Nobody's seen a giant otter?
No, I've never seen a giant otter.
Well, I think otters are really beautiful for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think it's just the way they swim is like very, I don't know. They almost look like fish, but then they can go on land as well. It's kind of amazing to me. Okay, let's read a little bit more about them. And Maria, could you read from Wild?
Okay. Wild young otters can deal with natural predators such as caiman and jaguars. They have fallen victim to man. They are described as sociable and curious, and this gregarious character has made them a target for hunters.
Keep going.
Sorry. The thick pelt was once highly sought after, with devastating consequence. The trade was banned in 1975, but now the remaining animals are threatened by increasing human settlement in their Amazonian habitat.
Brilliant. Thank you, Maria. We'll just stop there. This one here is sociable.
Sociable. Okay.
Yeah. Well done. Okay, a few words here that we might want to check. Anyone have any questions?
Pelt.
Pelt. What is a pelt? Can anyone figure it out, or nose?
Pelt like nose, no?
No, not a nose.
It's animal skin.
Yes, exactly. It's the animal's skin, or usually it refers to fur, actually. So fur, the skin or the fur of an animal, which is sort of,
vale, okay.
it's like the skin plus the fur, I guess. Any other questions? No? All right. Let's carry on. Julian, could you read conflict arises, please? Are you there, Julian?
Yes, I'm here. Conflict arises with fishermen, and mismanaged tourism is also having an impact. According to the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, population in the protected Pantanal will and thought to have recovered, but it remains to be seen how the others will cope with the rising human population.
Brilliant. Thank you, Julian. Any questions? No?
Yes. Mismanaged.
Mismanaged. Okay, good question. What does it mean to mismanage something?
To manage it in a bad way.
Exactly. Yep, to manage something badly. So not managing it very well, in other words. Unfortunately, it seems like otters are having a bit of a tough time. All right, next one is a giant huntsman spider. I actually don't particularly like spiders. And my auntie lives in Australia, and she has these regularly in her house, which doesn't attract me about living in Australia, I must say. Anyone here an insect? Well, these aren't technically insects, but anyone a fan of insects and spiders? Not really?
No.
Oh, yeah? You like them, Julian?
If I like me, no. But in here it's very popular these spiders and big spiders.
Okay, so big spiders are, maybe you don't mean popular exactly. Popular means lots of people like them. I find that hard to believe, but maybe commonplace.
Common, yes, common. Okay.
Yeah, common or commonplace. You can find them.
Okay, it's common find spiders into the houses.
Okay.
More because we have several places, hot places.
Yeah.
And it's more common there.
Okay. So this happens in various parts of the world that have hotter climates. Okay, so Jean, could you read about the giant huntsman for us, please?
Sure. Giant huntsman spider. If you measure spider size by leg span, the largest reaches 30 centimeters, 1 feet, across and goes by the worrying name giant huntsman spider. Fortunately, it confines its predatory activities to insects. You're unlikely to see one scurrying across your carpet unless you set up home in a cave in Laos. Even there it would not be a rare sign.
Thank you. We'll just pause there to make sure everyone's following Jean. And you're right, Anna. I know they're not insects. I'm not exactly sure what category they go under. If anyone knows, please let me know. Does anyone have any questions about the first section?
Yes, teacher, they are arachnoids.
Okay, arachnoids. Thank you, Anna.
Sorry, I forgot the meaning of scurrying.
To scurry. Anyone know?
Like squeeze?
Squeeze? No, not exactly squeeze.
No. Slide?
No, not slide. Nice tries though. You've got the right idea.
Run fast.
Yes, exactly. It's usually a verb that we use for animals or insects because it means to run fast, to hurry, and you have to sort of be wriggling or running in some way. Oh, it gives me the shivers. Thank you, Ksenia. Any other questions? No? Okay, Ahmed, could you carry on from Heteropoda maxima?
Okay. Heteropoda maxima made headlines among arachnophobes and fields alike when it was discovered in 2001 by Dr. Peter Giger of Johannes Gutenberg University in Mainz, Germany. Giger says the resulting attention has been had news for the spider due to unregulated demand by the pet trade. He suggested that for every 100 spiders imported as pets, 1,000 more may have perished when removed from their homes.
Can you just read to the end of this section, Ahmed?
Okay, in 2009, my PhD student and I could observe the impact in easily accessible caves where no adults could be found, says Jagger. He says the spiders survive for little more than a year outside of the controlled climate of their caves.
last line.
Jagger says their short-lived nature may ultimately reduce demand.
Demand.
Demand, okay.
Yes. This one here, Ahmed, is short-lived.
Short-lived.
Yep. Great. Okay. Any questions about what Ahmed has read?
Yes. F files. Alright. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yes.
Okay, usually it's pronounced files. It's a suffix that we put on the end of a word. Does anyone know what it means?
No.
Yes, it used when someone like or loves something.
Yes, when somebody likes something a lot, Ksenia. So yes, you can see here that arachnophobes is for people who have a phobia or basically are scared of spiders. But a phile is somebody who loves something. So you could have an arachnophile, which means that they love spiders. You can put it on the end of lots of different things. Any other questions? No?
No.
All right. So we have gone through quite a few animals. There's a few more to go. If you feel like you would like to carry on reading, then do go ahead and read that. So let's just finish off the class by talking about the animals that we've so far covered. So is there one that you are particularly fascinated by? Which one, if you had to choose one of those animals, would you like to see in real life? So let's start with Natasha. Which one would you pick, Natasha?
Okay. If say about animals about we have read recently, maybe I would like to see otter because I think that they are not dangerous for human and their interest in I mean their behavior in nature is interesting and I mean that personally I would have a lot fun looking at them in nature.
Thank you. I must agree with you there, Natasha. I'd have to pick the otter myself. Maria, what do you think? Which one would you like to see?
I would like to see the giant squid because giant squid because I am really fascinated with this size. And I think that this animal is very rare to see. For this, I would like to see in action. Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Sorry. Something happened there, but you want to see the giant squid. I must say, I find that fascinating as well. I know exactly what you mean. Ksenia, which one would you pick?
I pick Armadillo giant because I think they have nice, kind behavior, and I think it's for me like a cat but without fur. I don't know why. So I like
Good choice. Okay, thank you, Ksenia. A cat without fur, I love it. Okay, Julian, which one would you pick?
Really, I don't like to see any one of this list, but I have to choose. I prefer the otter because it's maybe it's a more beautiful animals in the list.
Okay.
And it's the most inoffensive, maybe no offensive in the list.
Okay,
Because,
so the least offensive.
Most was?
The least offensive of the list.
Okay, the least offensive of the list.
Yeah.
If you ask me, I don't like to see a big spider reclaim.
No one's going to use the giant huntsman spider. Whoever named that was having a great day, I think, as well. All right, thank you, Julian. Jose, which one would you go for?
Yes, If I would like to choose one, I would like to choose the number one, the giant armadillo, because this kind of animal has some peculiarities. He has a large beak, and the body is covered with big scales. It's very impressive the large claws that this kind of animal has, and he's able to hide under ground, making burrows.
Very
I think
good.
yes, I think it's impressive to see this kind of animal in the environment.
Jose, you win the prize for using the largest number of new vocabulary words today. Well done.
Okay.
Jean.
I'm going with the giant squid. The reason why is because nobody has been see one of them alive, and in on the other hand, the others you can see. It's not impossible to see alive, and somebody else as he comes alive. But in the case of the squid, nobody saw how they looks like alive.
Good point. Excellent choice. Okay, last but not least, Anna.
I'd like to see the armadillo because I know they are not dangerous. When I was a child, I used to raise a pet each time I went on vacation at my parents' farm, and once I raised two little white armadillos.
Really?
You know, really, they used to be free, but every single day at the same time, about 4 or 5 p.m., they would appear to eat bananas.
Wow.
And they are not beautiful, but they are very kind, you know. And I know they are not dangerous, but they squid. My gosh, Jen is a daredevil. My God.
You're a daredevil, Jean, Anna says. I must admit, I agree with you, Anna. But maybe one day when you're diving, Jean, I don't think you can dive to deep enough depths, but maybe you'll get to go on one of those special machines that can take you down. Here's
Absolutely.
hoping.
I hope. But my next trip will be, I think, South Africa. You can dive with white sharks without cage.
Wow. Well, if you survive the trip, come back and tell us what it's like on Burbling, please.
Absolutely. And everything is about the place and about the season. If you are at the right place in the right season, the sharks are not dangerous. But if you are in the place where they used to feed, it's obviously that you will be in a very dangerous behavior place.
Absolutely. It sounds like you're a sensible diver. So I'm looking forward to hearing the next time that you go diving and see something dangerous. Sean, I hope you come back and tell us about it. All right, it's time to go, guys. Thank you all for sharing your interesting animal stories and doing some great reading. If you would like to practice your writing, I'll see you right now in my next class. And if not, have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully I'll see you again next week. See ya!
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, Amy.